Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to We the Revolution. Now, the king is dead, and a new order is rising in Revolutionary-era France, and not exactly sure what side our character is kind of wanting to lean towards one way or the other. It's a perilous balancing act. None of our family outright hate us right now, and we've been able to keep the peace relatively alright between the two warring factions, but now we've introduced the strategy aspect of the game, and I'm very curious to see where that's going to take us. So, we're still in Act 1. Let's see what Day 8 has in store. It's been a very busy week. Hey, Kath! So right now we are -2 with the revolutionaries. The common folk love us, and we have a pretty high reputation too, so fingers crossed. Okay, oh, we actually did this part, didn't we? This is... Oh, do we have to start all over again? Okay, so we've got to go ahead and speed through this real quick. Well, that's a shame. I thought it would have saved to that last point, but apparently that is not the case. Let's see. Continue. We had the autosave. Well, boo. Yeah, and it goes straight to the start of Day 8. Well, that is a
bloody beginning. A violent prologue.
Yeah, we'll skip that. So, what exactly did we do? Did we go ahead and free him? I think we freed him. I'm doing okay, Kath. How about yourself? Let's see if we can speed this about. The sympathy towards the monarch. Counter-revolution. Charmed by the queen. The offender's personality? Trying to remember. Motive. Yes. Famous orator goes part of his personality. Escorting was extenuating circumstances. You're doing okay? Just a little tired? The offender's personality. And all the questions are unlocked. Alright. We are in good shape. The people are happy. They're not going to be happy for long. I think we went ahead... Did we acquit him? Kath, do you remember? Who are we killing today? I'm not sure, Ani. Actually, the autosave brought us back to the beginning of this guy's case. He hadn't really done anything wrong, other than he was charmed by Marie Antoinette, and quite a few people were, apparently. So, let's do... You just did a few streams before you came here? Well, how you doing, Static? He wants a constitutional monarchy. He just has the wrong opinion. I remember. Okay. It's starting to come around. Charmed by Marie Antoinette is a crime in itself. Well, let's double check real quick. What was the verdict here? Death penalty. That's why we went with acquittal, because it was basically the same penalty with the revolutionaries, regardless of whether we freed him or put him in jail. Okay. So skip that. Now, they want him to go to prison. Should we just go ahead and skip this right now? Oh, actually, did we let this guy... The jury wanted him killed, and we went against it. Isn't that right? I'm trying to remember. I want to make sure that we basically replicate the conditions of the last. The jury was upset. But I don't remember if they wanted him executed or if they wanted him imprisoned. Can someone look that up real quick? We need to make sure we get back to where we were. I figured it would have shot us right when we were about to talk to that new guy, because the case would be over. Well, let's do... This should go ahead and acquit, because they still wanted prison. I don't think we did all the questions. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and go with this. We're going to go for an acquittal, which is against what the jury wanted. The revolutionaries are upset, but the people are all the way maxed out. Okay. And there we go. Reputation influence +1. We've got a reputation of 15. The jury is not fond of us, but such is life. Yeah, enemy at the courthouse, revolutionaries. And here we go. My name is Jean-Marie Rowland. My name shouldn't not be unknown to you. After all, you wiped your shoes on it during King Louis's trial. Citizen Capet, not King. King Louis Auguste Bourbon Duc de Berry. Thanks to you flinging around half-truths and speculation, everyone is calling for my head, accusing me of corruption and treason, while you used our backs as a stepladder on your way up the social hierarchy. Corrupting politicians does not always work out. Danton does it. Mulville tried to, but they caught you. Happens. I will probably be dismissed from my station. I may even end up at the guillotine, but I will make sure your head rolls right after mine. You will be my comrade in misery. Threatening a judge of the tribunal is an even worse idea than supporting the despised king and corrupting politicians of the convention. I will get rid of your candidate for captain of the guard. Then I will go after you. It took me and my wife too long to get to where we are. I will not die because some overboozed maggot that likes to call himself a judge. You will see how we wage war in Paris's salons, you treacherous Mongol. So we made a friend, and there's the save. Okay. And an awkward dinner at home. Dear comrade, I heard the news of Minister Roland's unexpected visit. I have to confess that Roland knows about me something that he should not have. I am certain he is already weaving an intrigue against us. We have to start working on one against him, Francois Henriette. Which we didn't really even want to... Alright. Play something for me, son. I have work to do. As you wish, father. Oh, cool. Support the construction of the statue. What's that going to do? Ooh. Increase the rate at which the statue is constructed. Everybody gets upset. A nice political debate. paragraphs and codes. The violin. A demonstration. Well, the revolutionary will go up with Bernard. I think Dad can go ahead and get angry with us a little bit. Well, yeah, you know, if she's going to go ahead and get upset, if he's going to go ahead and get upset with us, we might as well increase with everyone, including the wife. So, Bernard needs to learn how to deal with stage fright if he wants to be a professional musician. Time to endure an hour of racket. Ooh. Okay. We're on good shape with Frederick and Matilda. We'll probably have to go drinking here soon. Okay, what did we do? Oh. Alrighty. Oh lord. Enemy agents will fight with your agents for territory. They can take over your sections or neutral sections. When at least 2 hostile agents meet in one section, combat ensues. Remember that a diplomat has little chance against a brutal fighter. After a defeat in combat, your agent becomes injured. They can still move around, but you are not able to perform any actions. Your main section is vital. The buildings here enable you to influence the rest of the game. Protect it at all costs. If you let it out of your grasp, you will lose the game. Okay, well that happened. This faction belongs to the people. Attitude is friendly. So what is this? Enemy diplomat is taking over the section? Well, we can go ahead and send Jacques Louis over there. They're the same strength level. Raphael. Increase your influence over a district. Attack an enemy target. Okay, you're just fighting. Diplo fight! And increase influence over this district? Yes? No? Maybe so? Maybe so. We'll see what happens. Attack enemy target. I challenge you to a duel. Oh, actually, we need to head in here. Spend more time with your family. We'll lose influence. Actually, that might be a good thing to do. We've got the... We certainly have the... Is that influence? Yeah, we've got the influence to burn. Don't we? Okay, hold on. One moment. Randomly chooses one family special action. I will risk it. Intrigue. Jean-Marie Rowland. The documents discovered in Capet's iron cabinet raise suspicions regarding Rowland. The minister hates the tribunal for openly ridiculing him, and he will not forgive you for it. His intelligent wife holds an even stronger grudge. Number of successes required to win? 3. Number of successes required for a bonus? 5. Perform actions correctly to fill the progress bar. If you carry out too few, you will lose. If you perform more than necessary, you will receive a bonus. Perform actions correctly to fill the progress bar. If you carry out too few, yes. Day 1. Convincing a witness. So far, there are only rumors that Roland destroyed the documents. If we find someone from his social circle to corroborate this, we would gain a powerful tool. You have a potential candidate. Philippe Cote was among the people who opened Capet's iron cabinet. For an action to be successful, you will need to persuade the required number of people. You can also send your diplomat to do it for you. Remember, you can only do this while the block is active. Our diplomat right now is in combat, so let's see if we can convince him ourselves. Thank you for coming, Citizen Cote. How could I say no to a person who holds the lives of kings in the palm of his hand? I presume that our meeting is connected to Minister Roland. Exactly. I'd like to talk about the incident with the Iron Cabinet. It is indeed rather ugly. The minister could lose his head because of it, although it is currently nothing more than gossip. Yes, but what if the gossip suddenly turned into the truth? Then things would certainly get nasty. Ooh, withdrawn. Okay, so we learned that when it came to being withdrawn, that manipulation was the best way to go, right? And we'll use one influence point. Bullheaded. How does one get through bullheadedness? Humility, maybe? A perfect argument. A strong argument. A perfect argument. Okay, cool. I want to get to Roland. What will he get out of this? Carrot and stick. Commence! I need Roland's head. His days are numbered anyway, so to ease the pain of Parisians and France, let us just accelerate his fall. Roland has his vices, but are they enough to justify my betrayal? Because that is what you ask of me. Minister Roland will not save you when matters become troublesome. I can save you. From charges of complicity, for example. And here's the carrot on the stick. I believe you're a man of reason, citizen. Listen to it telling you that you do not want to pay for Roland's mistakes, and I do not want to make you pay for them. I will help you and testify against him. Let us see where this leads, but hopefully to my head staying on my neck, as you promised. Huzzah! He is intrigued. So we have convinced. Now what do we do? Spreading rumors? Methods of solution. Some actions require you to make decisions about tactics. Each decision may have a different chance of success. 10% chance of success convincing a witness. When Roland recognized the contents of the Iron Cabinet, he allegedly asked for a moment of privacy and was left alone with the evidence. In light of Citizen Capet being accused of conspiracy and the lack of evidence, we could try accusing the minister of destroying it. Gautier confirming these sensational details would surely help. A few casual remarks made by the respected Jacques-Louis David should unleash an avalanche. Court guard Raphael Clovis, your loyal subordinate, will have to talk some sense into a few heads so they realize how big of a threat Roland is. So what should we go here for, guys? Should we go with diplomacy or force? It's only got a 10% chance of success, though. Like, I don't think that that would actually work, but I don't think... Can we actually exit out of here? Oh, we can. Diplomacy. Treats could let you lose your head. Yeah, that's true. Let's go for that. Intrigues are carried out in a matter of days. The results of some action blocks may only be seen the next day. It's only got a 10% chance, though. That's not going to work. And we don't have... Okay, well, the die is cast, as they say. Okay, we have the printing house, the political salon, the hideout. We don't have those unlocked yet. I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill 'em all. Hey there, Craig. Okay, attack enemy target now, right? Is that what we do? I don't know what we do. Hiya. And Raphael's taking over a section. You're fighting. You're taking over. Oh. Yes. There's Roland Moritz, whoever he is. Nicknamed the Conscience of the Nation, he is the editor of the self-published paper Friend of the People. Disliked by the Girondins, tolerated as a necessary evil by the Jacobins, he can smell the dirt on a person's hands better than a trained pig smells truffles. He does not shy away from publishing denunciations brought to him by fellow convention members in an attempt to undermine the credibility of their political adversaries. Okay. And I guess I can't really do anything yet. Tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and have that happen. Have this happen. Okay, now we can actually move. Apparently I was not supposed to do what we did. End the day. Had to send the brute squad. Day 9. Good relationship with wife, good relationship with... Wait, what was this? During one of the regular disputes at the Café Procope, the brazen Saint Just suggested that all judges are corrupt relics of an ancient regime. Unfortunately, he chose to use you as an example. Again. Common folks endorsement, reputation -1. So... our influence is at -2 right now. Revolutionaries endorsement. But we have a rare opportunity that everyone apparently wants this person dead. And we also need to make sure that we get rid of the enemy at the courthouse. Okay. The people are calm. Please introduce yourself. I am Thomas de May, Marquis de Favre. Marquis, you have been accused of taking an active part in a plot against the people of France. I fail to understand how any of the deeds I am accused of would harm the people of France. You wanted to re-establish the fallen monarchy that brought us exploitation, hunger, and misery. That's right! We have strong evidence, testimonies of your officers, clearly showing that you wanted to abolish the revolution. Please, tell me everything about that strong evidence you have against me. How brazen! Is this someone new? Oh. An ambitious, though not overly hardworking officer, he is gifted with an impeccable political sense that allows him to associate only with the people who are on their way to the very top. He knows exactly who is worth pursuing and who is best forgotten. Since the outburst of the revolution, he has steadily climbed the career ladder, with his sights set on the position of Commander of the Guard. Yeah, that's what we gotta do here. Let's look at the case file first. Well, let's look at the report. Did the defendant confess to the crime? Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? What does the defendant think about the revolution? What were the 2 million francs spent on? The Marquis de Favre is a 46-year-old aristocrat, former soldier, and currently a political activist sympathizing with the monarchy. After he left the army, he married and started traveling across Europe with his wife. During that journey, he both fulfilled himself politically and supported his wife. He returned to Paris in 1789 and took part in a conspiracy that was supposed to put an end to the revolution. De Favre showed poor judgment when he decided to confide in his former comrades, who betrayed him and informed the authorities of his plan. De Favre is suspected of playing a huge part in Citizen Carpe's escape from France. The plotters asked him to take out a loan of 2 million francs, which would have covered all the expenses of Citizen Carpe and his family on their way out of France. If everything had gone according to plan, 30,000 soldiers would have entered the capital city with orders to kill 3 political leaders. Finance Minister Jacques Necker, the mayor of Paris Jean-Sylvain Bailly, and Commander-in-Chief of the Parisian National Guard, Francois Henriot. Next step was to block food supplies from entering the city. De Favre and his wife have been detained and accused of plotting against the people of France and the revolution, and will likely be sentenced to the guillotine. The Count of Provence has denied having any connections with them. Evidence: a letter. Okay, what's the letter? De Favre, where are your troops? From what direction will they enter Paris? I should like to be employed among them. So we got a trap here currently. 7 questions. Letter is evidence. Of course. Conspiracy, return to Paris. Supporting his wife. The defendant's wife. Sympathy towards the monarchs is a motive. And also counter-revolutionary, but... Let's see. A former soldier, that would put him part of his personality. Good. Supporting his wife is also part of the personality. Unless that's the trap. Okay. We're going to leave the defender's wife, or the defendant's wife. Return to Paris. Conspiracy. The loan. That's an accusation. We have 2 more questions to reveal, and we haven't failed yet, so... Return to Paris. And conspiracy. The conspiracy is counter-revolution, so... Neat. And then return to Paris would also be counter-revolutionary. Oh, we got... Ah, we hit the trap. Boo. Alright. So, what I think we need to do, first and foremost, is call in the witness, Louis de Bourbon. And if the people want... If everyone wants him killed, I activated his trap card. That's kind of what I'm going to shoot for, Kath. He seems pretty guilty. Oh wow, the revolutionaries don't care. That's strange. Huh. Well, let's summon Louis first. Call in the witness. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Louis Stanley Xavier de Bourbon. I am the Count of Provence and brother to Louis Capet.
There you have it! The traitor's brother! What do you know about the plot involving the Marquis de Favre? Or Favre. I want to say Farva. Shenanigans!
The bankers Chamille and Sartorius informed me that the Marquis was negotiating a loan of 2 million francs.
Did they tell you the reason behind this loan?
They did not, and I did not ask. I am not one to pry.
Were you somehow involved?
I learned about the loan only because Chamille and Sartorius are my close friends. Allow me to repeat what I have already told the Paris Commune. I was not involved in the Marquis' plot. If you find him guilty, then he should be sentenced to prevent him from harming the revolution that I wholeheartedly agree with.
See, these questions really have nothing to do with it. Like, what countries did you and your wife visit? What's your wife's profession? Why'd you end your military career? So what do you think of the revolution? Everyone knows that the state desperately needed reforms, but the violence, an unexpected and brutal assault on the royal family should be called revenge, not a revolution. So you are against the revolution, yes? I am merely disappointed by its course. As a former soldier, I can tell you that violence and war will always result in more hatred and more violence. Yet he was still preparing to forcefully capture the city? That has not been proven. If they hadn't caught him, the streets of Paris would be covered in blood. Nonsense. What are you people talking about? Calm down. Marquis, your attitude towards the revolution makes you a traitor to the state in the eyes of the people. I am saddened to hear that a few words of hard truth are enough to call someone a traitor and sentence him to death. Ooh, that got the people upset. And why did you want to withdraw 2 million francs? This is an enormous amount of money. Wretch, I'm ashamed of you. It's April 1st. Why you're not playing something like Hello Kitty Island Adventure? To tell you the truth, Craig, I nearly just wanted to loop the Rick Roll song for like a 2-hour-long stream. I withdrew it at the request of my superior, the Count of Provence. As for its intended purpose, I would not dare to ask. How can you borrow so much money for another person and not even question its purpose? An obvious lie. That information would be required to get such a loan. We aristocrats treat each other with respect and discretion. You would not understand. Mockery! 2 of your officers testified that the money would be used to aid Citizen Capet and his family in their escape from France. Why did you tell them that? You should ask what the reason for their testimony is. I agree, there is a plot, but one against me, and not the revolution. A traitor's trying to talk his way out of it. And who is the mysterious M. de Foucault who wrote you the letter concerning your troops? I do not know that person. Anyone could write a letter to me and make up the contents regarding any matter they saw fit. Did that random letter from an unknown person not concern you? It is gibberish. An honest citizen would have shown it to the authorities. It never occurred to me. I do not have the slightest inkling what that person is writing about. Not about the troops that were supposed to enter Paris and end the revolution after the successful rescue of Citizen Capet? There are no troops currently under my command. That letter and the accusation of me sending troops to Paris are both serious misunderstandings. Who else, then? He's a dog on the Bourbon's leash. Tell me, would 2 million francs be enough to hire 30,000 foot soldiers? It would be more than enough. There we go. Alright, everybody happy, except for him, of course. The defendant confessed the crime. Nope. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Yes. What did the defendant think about the revolution? He sympathizes with the movement, but not its methods. What were the 2 million francs spent on? On the expenses of Citizen Capet during his escape. Actually, I am going to, yeah, that he sympathized with the movement. I'm going to go ahead and sign off on that. Time to Red Queen this. Thomas de Mehy, Marquis de Favre, you are sentenced to death. Lead the condemned out. One head at a time. A just verdict! That's what happens to enemies of the revolution. Hey, 4 out of 4. Huzzah. Our reputation and influence have gone up, and hopefully the jury is now a little less peeved with us. Okay, good. Good stuff, good stuff. Next. Oh, do we have to pull the lever, Kronk? This agent you this agent you ordered me to silence. It's done, but there's something you need to see for yourself. Now, maybe I could win the heart of the crowd once again. Ooh, dare we? Let's dare. Speak to the common folk. Another one bites the dust. Withdrawn gets manipulation. Carefree. Okay, attached. Would be a good counteract to attached. Should we go... Okay. Should we go with carelessness? This one's a little bit rougher. I would think, right off the top of my head, I already spent a point. I would say humility for the attach, for being attached. Oh, it'd either be humility or aggression. Carelessness for carefree. I would agree with that. So we did choose that. We're going to go with carelessness, and now we need to choose which way. If the crowd's attitude is attached, should we go in with humility? Or should we go in with aggression to try and get past that attached? But if we do attached... Or maybe manipulation. I don't want to do carelessness if they're attached. So it'd either be humility, aggression, or manipulation. Crag says, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Alright, we're going to go with aggression. We're going to go in strong and see what happens. We know you're attached, but, you know, the crime is serious, and you can't be attached to someone just because of the crime. A very weak argument, but then we got a perfect argument and a strong argument. Okay, I think we can press something else, though. We're going to go with humility right off the bat. And see what happens. Commence persuasion. Since we know that doesn't work. Humility? First off, crime. We can be a merciful nation, but you will not forget that a terrible crime was committed. Oh, it knocked him down. Carelessness. Give a round of applause for the play Killed for Nothing. And then manipulation. The reign of the previous rulers, whose goal was to bring injustice to the people, ends with their swift death. Okay, the crowd's still intrigued, and we got a reputation of 3, so we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot. We just didn't start out strong. Long live the king and the monarchy. Okay, he's outright saying it. Pull the lever, Kronk. Right lever! Everyone, I am shocked, appalled, and a little... Never mind.
Do you want to show me a common dead body?
It's not just a dead body. Look at that necklace.
A fleur-de-lis.
There's more, hidden under his clothes. We found a message in the inner pocket of his cloak. It's an order. Someone told that man to build support for a mysterious R in the district.
Who is arrogant enough to take Louis' place?
Only aristocrats are powerful enough to secretly organize people like him.
Even they would need help from someone in the convention. So who is R?
Robespierre, maybe? If he's allying with aristocrats, we must tell someone. Everyone.
It could be Minister Roland. As long as we are not sure, we would only create panic.
Roland.
If that's the case, we'll have to hunt down other agents. This one won't be telling us anything.
Kick him a few
We
times.
have no other choice. If this R is trying to gain support, you must do the same, for the greater good.
The greater good. Call the necromancer! Whiskey Lullaby. The evening is warm, so you decide to take the long way home. Near the Café Chantilly, you spot an amusing scene. Two drunkards fighting over a bottle of liquor, cursing like stable boys. The first is shorter and dressed in a disheveled officer's uniform, possibly a colonel. The second fighter, although significantly taller, is just an ordinary street thug. You listen to the gibberish and tangled epithets, only to reach the conclusion the bottle contains one last gulp of drink. So we can try to settle the dispute between the drunkards or ignore. I am going to ignore, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel that if I get involved in this and I get knocked down or disheveled or something, someone's going to walk by and see me just fighting with two other drunks, and then that's going to make our reputation even worse as an alcoholic and all of that. Does that sound decent to you guys? No, not him. That's the necrophile. Yes, thinking like a simple tailor. Golden Idol. The taller drunkard won by finally mustering all of his strength. The officer landed face first in the mud, and the last sip of drink gently washed over the winner's tongue. There's nothing else left to see. A bottle of something exquisite awaits you at home. Reputation +2. Good stuff. It's all about reputation. Oh, okay. So, we are really good. Evening with grandfather, evening stroll, political debate. We're just going to keep on going back and forth with Dad and the son here. But yeah, we'll sit down with our father and listen to the stories of days gone by. Boop. Okay, it went down just a little bit. Just a little. Good. Good. I like that. Unknown character. Oh, mystery. Ah! Riots block agents, except the Bruiser, and prevent you from gaining influence points from the section. When not quelled, riots make a section neutral and can quickly spread. Well, we can't have that. There's fervor! You! Take care of the fervor! And I guess we'll send our guy over here to unlock this section. I want to basically take care of this and then take that section south. We've got some more intrigue, and I don't think that's going to work out well for us, but Spend some more time with the family. Oh, we got 3 influence points for the day. Yes, indeedy. Days left before inspection, 0. Why are we at 0%? I'm not happy with this. Daily rate at which the statue is constructed, 0%. Wait, hold on a sec. What do we do? Lower the crowds for... Okay, there's not a whole lot that we can push in that direction, I don't think. Yeah, can't seize any of these buildings yet, so... It is what it is. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Why are we building a statue? Yeah, that's kind of part of the goal. We have, like, this nice little strategy game we gotta do in the middle. Hey! Spreading rumors was actually a success. Holy crap. The documents discovered in Capet's iron cabinet raise suspicions regarding Roland. The minister hates the tribunal for openly ridiculing him, and he will not forgive you for it. Oh, we already know this. Whoops, sorry. We cannot linger and allow our enemy to gain strength. We need to use all the rumors and accusations and work on the deputies of the convention who will attack the minister during a session. Grace Elliott. Oh, wait a minute. I think... So, here's what I think we need to do here. We can send it, we can convince 2 and send a diplomat. We only have 3 points, though. And, oh, I can't exit out of this. I have to convince someone. Should we... I'd say Jean-Paul is someone we probably need to talk to. And maybe send a diplomat to George and then try and convince Grace. We're going to try and convince Jean-Paul, like, right off the bat. Because he did show up in the hierarchy. Send a diplomat. Oh, that's a 70% chance. Okay. And convince. 70% there. 70% chance there as well. Thank you for coming.
The things we do for the judges of the tribunal.
I'd like to talk to you about Minister Rowland.
I see.
Ah, yes. Bam. Oversensitive. So if it's oversensitive, then we need to be humble, and with carefree carelessness. Strong, strong, strong. We're figuring it out. What do we want to achieve? Why do we want it? What will we get out of it? Commence! Okay. Humility first. France is bleeding, and people like Roland will not let it heal its wounds. On the contrary, they only make them deeper.
You stepped on his toes and made him own move in return. How does that benefit the state?
My own antipathy toward the minister does not change the fact that we should replace this corrupt royalist with someone more just. And then carelessness. The Girondins often trip over their own feet. You need only give them a gentle push.
Your war with Roland is not my concern. I have nothing to gain from cooperating with an ordinary judge.
Oh, no. That didn't work. Boo! I want to try that again, actually. Can we... We got one. So the diplomat for George Danton worked. Let's try grace. Bullheaded. So we know that humility is not going to work. Manipulation works best there. No opinion. I guess manipulation. And when you're bullheaded, humility. Manipulation is a very weak argument. Alright. So here's what I'm thinking we need to do. We need to try and figure out what this... For bullheaded, humility is a perfect argument. For withdrawn, manipulation is a strong argument, but it's not perfect. I think it's like a weak argument, a very weak argument, strong, and then perfect. So we're going to commence persuasion here. And I'm just skipping through this right now. Now it's irritated, and they're humble. Okay. I'm going to load the game up again, because I want to see... I think we figured out what we need to do here. From time to time, your enemy may ruin your plans with a counterattack. In such cases, you need to respond quickly. Okay, give me 1 sec here. Options. We need to go to the menu. We'll use our autosave. Yeah, we're here on the guillotine, I believe. Load the day. Hopefully it's not like right back where we were. Yes. However, we are getting kicked out of this district, which is about to burst into flames. Me manwich! Okay. Sir, the peasants are revolting! They've always been revolting. Now they're rebelling. Alright. Intrigue times. We're going to perform the action. Now, we're going to figure this out, guys. If we have the system down, then we don't need to worry. We don't need to spend any of our stuff. So we're going to try and convince all three. So first things first. Back to Jean-Paul. And oversensitive, carefree, and oversensitive. So humility is a strong argument, but not a perfect argument. What would be a good counteractive then? Would carelessness be good for someone who's oversensitive? What do you guys think? Probably should write these down. Like, aggression is not good if you're oversensitive. Humility was good, but we need a perfect. Careless across the board seems too easy. Let's try carelessness with oversensitivity, and then maybe manipulation with a carefree attitude. Very weak, weak. Okay, so if we go with humility on that go around, and then it's the same one there, so let's try manipulation. That's what it was. Okay, manipulation is the best, and then with carefree, maybe humility or aggression. Not that. Okay. I think we've gotten the best thing out of it. Yes, and let's just go through this. I need to learn the system. So for withdrawn, the best thing for withdrawn manipulation, for bullheaded humility, for no opinion, carelessness. Okay, so for bull, strong like bull, humility, withdrawn, manipulation is a strong one, but it needs better. And then for no opinion, carelessness is a strong argument. Let's try. We have manipulation. I forgot what it was. Okay. Just want to see if this works. Carelessness. And then humility. And that made her intrigued. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Okay. So. Now we know. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. Out, damned spot. Okay. All right, Jean Paul. Carefree, and we know he's oversensitive about both of these things. So humility is only going to get him so far. Let's go ahead. Thank you very much for that lurk, Static. Manipulation? Yeah, manipulation for oversensitive, because humility will only get him so far. Carelessness doesn't seem to work, and neither did aggression. So let's try that. I'm not sure if I did that before. That's probably not good. But, with a carefree attitude. Perfect, perfect, and strong. Okay, so for oversensitive, manip. And that's probably going to get us what we need. Does Roland really represent the people? Or is he instead working on to the benefit of Capet and his servants? Oh wait, yeah, it's already pretty much the same thing here. And then... the quick fall of Minister Rowland and his clever wife will make the Girardins fear the consequences. You can count on my help. Okay. So far, so good. Now we'll convince George, who seems like a very angry fellow. We've normally sent a diplomat in, but it gives us time to figure out what's what. See, he sits on the other side of the table. Carefree. If someone is attached... So we know that carelessness is going to be a strong approach with him. Bullheaded. What did we say? What was attached? What was a good one for attached? Do you guys remember? It's like, I know I can get an instant strong argument. Not anger, yeah. Maybe humility? Let's do humility. We're going to go with carelessness, and then humility, and humility. Oh, those were weak, very weak arguments. Whoa, wait a minute. Alright, so we're going to have to try and counter these. With maybe manipulation if they're attached. We need to get rid of Rowland for his own good. His pockets will soon burst apart from the amount of money he keeps in them.
Roland is a leech, but he's also a minister and a deputy chosen by the people.
In order to avoid punishment, Rowland started a vendetta against me. By doing so, did he not declare war on the New Order? That's what it is. Manipulation takes care of the attached. If the deputies see that you want Rowland to be gone, maybe they'll stop suspecting you of being a royalist.
The dominance of the Jacobins would be a pleasant thing, and make ruling over the country so much easier, and France would get up off its knees. Fine, I'll help.
Manip. You can do those off the cuff. You just have basically... That first thing is a guideline, which I probably should have been doing earlier, but... Alright. Okay, we gained 2. From time to time, your enemy may ruin your plans with a counterattack. In such cases, you need to respond quickly and rationally. Henriette is abusing his family. In order to defend himself against the potential attacks from the convention, Roland revealed that Francois Henriette, who is running for Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard, is abusing his family. Those revelations are yet to be confirmed. Perhaps Roland will try to use this rumor to sabotage Henriette's candidacy. Ooh, how do we choose to go about this, though? Do we go... We have Henriette has to show himself with his family to demonstrate his happiness, or it'd be best to find those who spread these rumors and be rid of them. What do you guys think? What should we do here? Now, he's not actually abusing his family, but those are the rumors being spread by Roland. Kath says force. We did go open palm next time, or this time. Maybe we need to go closed fist this go around. Oh, hey, Drew. So, in order to defend himself against potential attacks from the convention, Roland, who is our political rival right now, revealed that Francois Henriette, who is allied with us, who is running for Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard, is abusing his family. Those revelations are yet to be confirmed, and perhaps Roland will try to use his rumor to sabotage Henriette's candidacy. So we can either bring out the diplomats or get rid of the people who started the rumors. The thing about it is, I actually kind of agree with Kath, and I think that we should go ahead and use force, kill the people who spread the rumors, because it hasn't been confirmed. The revelations have yet to be confirmed, so... Ugh. Let's go with force this go around and see what happens. The action will be performed the next day. What could go wrong? Haha. Alright. We lost 1 influence point, but the revolutionaries and the common folk, they are all about us right now. Even the revolutionaries tolerate us slightly. Alright. Beat them like they owe you money. Will do. Day 10. What about the statue? I don't think there's anything I can do. Paris should be grateful for having such a fierce defender of justice in you. Should we, the deputies of the National Convention, be scared for our positions? Long live the Republic. Robespierre. Yay. Por papa! Love our boy. Okay. So, we have some notifications. Let's go ahead and check that out. Good relationship with wife. Our reputation is -4. Influence common folk -3. I don't know why that is. I guess the jury. We still haven't, Okay, the aristocrats. I've heard a joke. That's a new player. Aristocrats want dead. Revolutionaries want in jail. Family and common folk want this guy acquitted. This is a simple case. The accused is guilty of murder, and the only problem is that people feel sorry for him. What is your name?
Bruno Hugo. I'm Bruno Hugo.
Do you work for Citizen Jean-Claude Jacquemart?
Yes, I worked there for a few years. Quite a few.
Leave him alone. He's just a man-child. Do you admit to the murder? Yes or no?
But I... Poor thing, he's shaking all over.
Ooh. Interesting. So, the defendant confessed. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? What was the reason behind the argument the defendant had? Excuse me. Does the defendant understand the indictment? Compiled by Andre Modeste. Bruno Hugo, 26, is a groom working for the wealthy and influential aristocrat Jean-Claude Jacquemart. During a quarrel, he was seen to push his employer down the stairs, resulting in the aristocrat's death. It is significant for the case that, due to his origin and low intellect, Bruno Hugo is known in the local community as the village idiot. The witness testified that Jacquemart returned from a ride displeased with the way Bruno had prepared his horse. Apparently, the saddle had become so loose that Citizen de Jacquemart almost fell from his mount. The victim called for Bruno in order to scold him and began insulting and physically abusing the stable boy. When acting on an impulse, Bruno pushed his employer away. This is clear-cut self-defense. As a result, Citizen de Jacquemart landed on the foot of the stairs with a twisted neck. The incident happened in front of other employees. Bruno Hugo escaped to the stable, where he was later found, pale with fright and whispering something to one of the horses. Okay. So... we've got one trap, village idiot, offender's personality, groom, offender's personality, maybe, yes? Oh, crap. Oh, there goes that. Twisted neck, method, shouts and struggle, witnesses. Oh, incorrect link. Whoops. Motive? Okay. Loose saddle. Return from a ride. We need to get him in the prison. Well, thing is... No, we need to get him into the acquittal. That's what we need. Yeah, definitely not guilty, but we need to get some more clues so we have more ammo. Loose saddle. Let me double check what the witnesses said. Okay. The witnesses had nothing to do with the loose saddle, so the loose saddle would be... method? Okay. Return from a ride. Method. Question discovered. And witnesses. Kojak! Achievement unlocked. Who loves you, baby? As a stable boy, were you responsible for preparing horses for the victim?
Yes. I combed them and fed them. Horses eat a lot of grass. I combed them.
Was the saddle loose? Citizen?
No. Impossible. I pulled the straps. You can't pull too hard or it crushes and hurts the horse's stomach. Horses are good. Better than humans.
Did you want your master to fall off the horse? Did you deliberately leave the girth strap loose to get back at your employer?
I'd never. I liked our master. I wouldn't hurt him. I liked him. You can see he's a gentle child.
Okay. I'm going to call in Colin Beaufet. Okay. I'm calling the witness. I'm going to see what he says. Because that may get us up into imprison level depending on what he says. And then we're going to try and do the other stuff to influence the jury. Please call in Colin Beaufet. Or Buffo. However you pronounce it. I apologize once again to all people who speak the French language. Please introduce yourself and state your duties.
My name is Colin Beaufet. I am the major domo at the residence of the Jacquemart family. I saw exactly what happened.
Please tell us what happened between Citizen Hugo and the master of the house on that unfortunate day.
Citizen de Jacquemart was furious at Bruno because he hadn't tightened the saddle. It could have caused an accident.
How did your employer react to this?
He started shouting at Bruno, tugging and pulling at him. Bruno pushed Citizen Jacquemart away, causing him to fall down the stairs they were both standing on. Nasty bourgeoisie.
Oh, that just lowered him down more. Okay. Now, I'm just going to ask this real quick. You are aware that you've killed a man. You do understand that.
I know. I just swung my arm because he was shouting at me like that. So loud.
Were you aware that you could hurt him?
I didn't think so. I didn't.
Did you swing so hard he fell down?
I got so scared I can't remember. I squinted my eyes, sir, and when I opened them again, there he was, lying down there, downstairs.
Do you plead guilty?
I don't know what I did wrong. I don't understand. These people wanted me to come here, so I came. I meant no harm to nobody. No harm.
You are facing the death penalty for murder. Do you realize that?
I just want to go back to the horses. I don't know if they've eaten today. If a horse doesn't eat for a long time, the master isn't happy when the horses aren't fed.
Poor Lenny. Oh, Drew. Are you more worried about the horses than your master?
The master is dead. What can I do? And the horses are still alive. They're alive.
The defendant confessed to the crime. I'm just gonna... No. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? No. Was the reason behind the argument a loose saddle? The defendant understand the indictment? No, he does not. Verdict times. The aristocracy has now been revealed. From now on, you must nurture relations with another political group operating within Paris. Well, let's get on the right track, shall we? Oh, man. In the heart or in the head? Okay, Ani. I have to go with my gut here and acquit him because he's doing his thing. It was a self-defense, and he's not competent enough to stand trial anyway. However, the next time that we see some sort of political thing that if we go too low, we're going to die because the revolutionaries are going to kill us. So we need to make sure that we've got to do something good for the revolutionaries next time. Have George make the call? We also we also have to vote in favor of the jury because we don't want to have that hit to us again. So here we go. I'm signing it. And sealing it. I find Bruno Hugo not guilty of the aforementioned crimes, as he is unaware of what happened. What does it matter? A crime's a crime. You have to be careful with the likes of this one. His employer should have known better. Hey, 4 out of 4. The revolutionaries do not like us. Our family does, though. And the people absolutely adore us. So. Alright. Next. Yes, influence. Actions at court. People like me. Demonstration. Political debate. Work on tomorrow's trial. Support the construction. Increase the rate at which the statue is constructed. Okay. Well, due to the fact that... Let's have a lively political debate. That should really increase Bernard's status with us. It's time for the grown men to talk about the revolution's achievements. And down it goes. And up it goes. Gotta juggle, man. It's all you gotta juggle. So much juggling. Oh, hello. Okay, we have quelled the rebellion. What does this mean? Oh. Attitude hostile. Construction of monument plus 2%. Okay. So, what we need to do here is kill this diplomat. Jacques. What's the fervor like? The fervor is there. We need to increase our influence over the district. For right now. I think that should work. Controlled by the enemy. Let's see what happened. Success! Good. Now what? Madame Rowland is the true head of the family. She's incredibly ambitious and skillfully maneuvers her husband's career, pushing him onward to more prestigious positions. I doubt that the minister made a single important decision without discussing it with her first. The so-called political salon held by her turned out to be an exclusive brothel in disguise. We must attack, cut them off from their income and their information. Diplomacy? Oh, good lord. Yeah, I don't think force would be the right thing to do, because if she gets hurt, that's going to be very, very bad for all concerned. However, with the diplomacy, the wives of the convention deputies will learn the nature of that political salon their husbands tend to frequent. Then they'll force you to make sure Roland's brothel is closed down for good. Hit him where it hurts. Chance of success at 50. Ooh, I like those odds. Make the law work for you. Extremely Slytherin. Well, that's what it said on that test, so... Who am I to... Okay. Think we're good. We need to move those people... Day 11. I really like this game. Hello, lady. The aristocrats want an acquittal. The common folk and the revolutionaries want a guillotine. Is this Marie Antoinette? Oh, nope, never mind. So let's see. If we do the death penalty, prison, and acquittal. Yeah, we can't acquit her. We literally have to go back into full... the best case scenario is death penalty. We have 0 day. Oh, good. The enemy at the courthouse is going to go away. So it lets you know kind of how long that takes. Whew. Tension, tension. Anne de Korff, 67, is a widow who currently owns an enormous fortune that she inherited from her late husband, Baron de Clichy. Before the Revolution, she was one of Marie Antoinette's trusted courtiers. After the events in 1789, she cut ties with the court, however. She recently became a frequent guest at the Tuileries, where the Capets were being kept. She also took part in Count de Fersen's scheme to facilitate the escape of the monarchs from the Tuileries. Following de Fersen's orders, de Korff supposedly bought a new carriage in her own name. The purchase of a Berline carriage for 6 passengers, sufficient to carry the Capets from Paris, was made at Jean-Louis' workshop. The valet of the Baroness, Gilbert, testified that the carriage was delivered to the court shortly before the escape. Or to the Count, excuse me. It is widely known that de Fersen himself, dressed as a coachman, drove the carriage as far as Bondy. Interestingly enough, when the monarchs were stopped in Varnes, Marie Antoinette had a newly issued passport under the name of Anne de Korff, which she was using during the trip. The streets of Paris are humming with gossip. They say that Anne helped the Count not because of her sympathy towards the monarchs, but because of an affair they had in the past, and the elderly aristocrat's unquenchable desire. Receipt, produced by Jean-Louis. Receipt. I want to see the receipt. Dear Baroness, the custom Berline carriage you ordered is ready. Your instructions have been attentively followed to the letter. Please pay the outstanding 70,000 francs through Durand. In faith, J.L. Okay. So, no traps. That's good. The defendant's urges and needs. Personality. New passport for the Queen. Evidence. New carriage. Hold on. Trusted courtier, that's also that. Frequent guest in the Tuileries. Ooh, I don't know if that's method or not. New carriage would be method, right? Or evidence. Method. Yay! 2 more questions to reveal. And bam! We have unlocked all the things. Oh lord, you guys are having Harry Potter Dresden debates. Supporter of tyranny! Please introduce yourself.
Baroness Anne de Korff. Anne de Korff, you've been accused of conspiring to facilitate the escape of the Capets from France. Do you plead guilty?
Monsieur le Judge, there's been a misunderstanding. I had nothing to do with that.
The evidence speaks against the accused.
That is impossible.
Doop, 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 doop. Huh. What does the accused think about the monarchy?
I do not know much about politics, but I support the revolution, if that's what you're asking, Monsieur le Judge.
Is that why you left court?
That is a completely different story and not related to politics at all.
And what is it related to?
I heard some ridiculous accusations of a small scandal involving me and a married general.
Did the defendant, despite those circumstances, maintain good relation with Citizen Capet's wife? Good enough to help her?
I could only pray for her. At my age, one does not have enough strength for conspiracies.
Lies and slander. Why would the accused visit the Capets and the Tuileries?
The visit was purely social. As an elderly person, I struggle with loneliness in Paris.
That is most strange, considering the accused severed relations with the royal court when the revolution began.
I wish to see all the people I met in Versailles before I die. Is that so wrong?
Was it during the visit that you handed Marie Antoinette your passport?
Absolutely not. There was a guard who would not look away even for a second. Those terrible people never leave her side, that poor, anguished woman.
And yet, by some miracle, your passport still found its way to her.
I had nothing to do with it.
How many carriages are in the defendant's coach house?
If I remember correctly, 3. We can't remember the last time we ate a meal. We ate meat, and she doesn't know how many carriages she owns.
Then why would you order another carriage in Jean Louis's workshop? Does a lonely widow really need a 4th carriage?
Because my wealth allowed it, monsieur. Since when is spending money on feminine caprices a crime?
It is when those caprices serve Count de Fersen's conspiracy. We know that he instructed you to buy it.
Nonsense! I ordered it on my own trip to Montmedy.
Shank! And tell me, why would a lonely woman need a carriage for as many as 6 passengers?
Because a lonely woman wants to travel with company. There are still some people I can invite.
Or you could plan to help the royal family of exactly 6 people in their escape.
I am not the only person in this city who owns a Berline carriage for 6 people, monsieur.
But the other owners are not plotting against the state.
Perhaps not with the use of carriages. True, we're surrounded by serpents.
It's okay. I think we're good. Did the defendant confess to the crime? Nope. Why did the defendant need a passport and carriage?
She was going to travel to Montmedy.
According to the testimony, was she using the widow? Who was using the widow's vehicle? Ooh, didn't hear that part. The Swedish ambassador. We'll lose an influence point for that, but that's fine.
Death by tray it shall be.
This is a star?
Death by exile. I sentence citizen and a corf to be guillotined. Lead the condemned out. That's how all Capet's followers will end up. Bravo! Alright. Now, some of these upcoming stuff, we need to start really ticking off the people. We built such good faith with them, we can risk, I sentence the previous jurist to inherit her horses and money. Now we could actually do a good speech. Possibly. Win the heart of the crowd. Do it. Speak to the common folk. Love me. Okay, attached. Manipulation. Carefree. We know carelessness is a good strong argument. And with withdrawn... manipulation is a good one. It's not the best one, but these are going to be perfect argument, a perfect argument, and a strong argument. Alright. We're good. Manipulation, carelessness, manip. There are no shades of gray to crime. Only guilt or innocence. Oh, give a round of applause for the play. Killed for nothing. Ooh, they're satisfied. And finally, we are not worthy of that freedom if we let the old system and rotten morality poison our country. The crowd is satisfied. How very dread of you. I am the law. I love that movie. Why do you want to kill me? You do not have any evidence. Them's the breaks. That guy's so happy every time. He's like, ah. La. Cat. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We just died, I think, due to... What a twist! Did the revolutionaries kill us? Oh, we're being dragged away.
Why? Tell me. What have you done? You. Why are you making me suffer?
Because I have to have streaming content.
Sleep. I'm by your side.
Who are you? I do not want to sleep. Not yet. I remember now. I have a family.
Yeah?
Where are you? The one who makes me suffer.
It took a very strange turn. Day 12. Okay. I thought that may have been because we got lowered by the... Oh, there we are. Gregory Ramo. You were unconscious for a long time. Who are the people who apparently saved my life? Tell me about yourselves, please. Gregory Ramo. You don't know me, although I know quite a lot about you. The lady next to me is... I know Grace Elliott. From stories. You were the one who sewed me up? It's not my first time saving someone's life. There are more victims of the revolution than you think. You encroached on Minister Rowland's position, and more importantly on the business managed by his enterprising wife, on the establishment from which their allies, Jean-Nicolas Patch, the mayor of Paris, and Jean-Baptiste Gobel, the Archbishop of Paris, got cuts of the profits. I didn't know. If this information was easy to learn, it means that someone is doing their job poorly. But you know. Yes, because I make my living by learning secrets. Word on the street is that the Girondins are planning to take over the convention by force. The king's humiliation and the revealing of the connection between the crown traitor and Rowland, a prominent Girondin, has weakened them. This chance might be seized on by the Jacobins, with Robespierre and Danton at the helm. This may be their moment. I want no part in this. These people are not fooling around. I am afraid you have no say in the matter, at least as long as the Rowlands are alive. As soon as they learn you survived the attack, they will try again. Your death sentence is already signed. You seem to know much about me. Like, how? I don't understand. Enough for now. You have to rest, regain your strength. Your wounds... I knew your brother. Monsieur Gregory! You're right. We'll speak of this another time. I've yet to thank you for... You'll have another chance. It's getting all Game of Thronesy. Do I get good... You need to rest and heal after the treacherous assault. Yes. But I'm curious, like... Influence on the people... Stats lower because I get stabbed? Such a loving family I have. Thanks, guys. Meanwhile... Got another piece of the puzzle here. Oh. There it is. The first piece of the puzzle. Let us fill in the rest with the corpses of enemy agents. I know this man with a blue face. The patrol may imprison your agent or capture an enemy agent. Oh, okay. So they're just kind of like the wild card. We have another... Okay, they're fighting. That's fine. Jacques, since this is back under our control... Fervor is going up, but not enough for a fever pitch. Let's move him down here into this territory and see what happens. Do we have any intrigues? The action will be performed the next day. Okay. Let's see what happens. Day 13. Nothing bad ever happens on day 13. How are your wounds? They're healing, all thanks to our new friends. Really? What is the matter? Let me remind you that you have been resting here in this house. This is where they carried you, and it's your family that has been waiting on you hand and foot. Us, your family, whom you are putting in danger. You think I wanted to be stabbed in an alleyway?
Your wife wants what's best for the family. My brother wanted to protect our family by fighting back against those who threatened us, while you just wanted to wait. But I've seen the head of a king roll as easily as a tradesman's. Only power. You are a judge of the tribunal. You have power. It is the people who paid these assassins, Rolands or whoever they answer to, who have power. They're the ones who wield life and death in this city. Let's hope they don't kill us all before you grab your precious power. I don't like my wife. Is that wrong? Okay. You know, just for that, I'm going to go gambling with Dad. Yeah, we're going to do that. Night on the town. That'll show him. Okay, we are getting... Oh, Lord. We're getting closer. We'll soon learn the identity of R. We just need a few more corpses. Spies on the enemy, lures opponents, and help the diplomat control a territory. Dear friend, I heard that you were recovering from a hideous attempted assassination. Your dispute with Minister Rowland has led to the mobilization of Girondins who wish to take over the convention, and most probably restore tyranny. In order to defend the Republic, my group would like to strike first and arrest the leaders of the coup. The list of suspects is not conclusive yet, since we are still not sure which of the Rowlands shall be accused of trying to assassinate you. Long live the Republic. Maximilian Robespierre. Enemy agents. Gregory. What do we use you for? Lure enemy agents. Okay. So we definitely don't want to have that happen. So we're going to move him here, maybe. And yeah, Gregory is unlocking a section. Now let's see where the intrigue is going to take us. Did we succeed? Ooh, we failed. I think we failed. Did we fail? Yep, we failed. Citizen Robespierre and his spies report that the Girondins are allegedly preparing for an attack on the Jacobins, whom they want to arrest and kill en masse. If it was Roland who befriended the aristocrats, everything is starting to fall into place. Roland knows that you survived. You could assume that the events in the convention will be followed by another assassination attempt. Robespierre suggests that we strike first. If we arrest prominent Girondins, we will cut off a number of the Hydra's heads with one blow. Indictment. Antiboul, Boulay the Younger, Boyard the... Okay, this is a list of everybody. We do not have a choice here, do we? Okay. Seal it. Sometimes you'll have to make a decision that will affect an entire intrigue. Think it through carefully. Oh, Lord. Okay. Decide who to arrest. Jean-Marie Roland openly attacked you. You have strong evidence against him, so sentencing him should not pose any problems. His wife, on the other hand, may have enough time to escape, which could have unwelcome consequences. The assassination attempt was performed by people hired by Jean-Marie Roland. It was her from the very beginning. By arresting her, you will get rid of the source of the problem. Her husband, however, the person granted power by the convention, will slip out of your hands.
All right, guys. I want your opinions. Who should we take out? Should we take out the man himself or the power behind the throne? Or at least the seat in the convention? She's the mastermind, but he could be put under someone else's thumb. Wife. Kath says wife. Crag, Drew, Ani. Anyone else want to, computer, delete the wife. Anyone else have any strong thoughts one way or the other? Drew says wife. Yeah, the wife seems to be the... Craig says, roll a d20. Even, wife, odd, husband. I rolled a 20. All right, looks like we are arresting the wife. No turning back. Oh, that's wonderful. A perfect intrigue. Effects, reputation, common folks endorsement, aristocrats endorsements, revolutionary endorsement. Huzzah. So I guess that's good for all involved. Day 14. If these aristocrats were sloppy enough to get caught, I can see the rest disowning them. Yeah, they definitely would have a taint to them. How are you feeling? You were still out of it when I visited you. The wounds are not fully healed, but I thought it would be good to show up to work anyway. Yes, look. I need to talk to you. I think I must. Has your father ever told you how exactly your brother evaded the gallows and ended up at the front lines? I have asked, but all I ever got was silence. I was the one appointed his case.
The verdict was just a formality. For such mutilation of another person, I could have only sentenced the accused to death. Your father came to me and begged for his firstborn's life. I did not know what to do. I spent that night thinking about the case. Eventually, I burnt the files. I told your father to banish Bruno from the city, then sell his stall to those he was at odds with, the Reynards. He was also supposed to give part of that money to the family of the wounded boy. Your father agreed to everything.
But...
I remember the eyes of your brother when he was banished from his home. But his father did not have a choice. It was the only way to save his son.
So our brother was a very angry sociopath. Lady, we learned that Bruno enlisted and died at the front lines. What I'm trying to say is what? Your brother died anyway, despite me showing him mercy. But that does not mean showing it was worthless. Remember this while you're hunting down your enemies. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly thing? Oh, okay, we got position and hierarchy, the common folk, -1, good relationship with younger son. What was that other one? The minister fled. Yep. Jean-Marie Rowland has fled Paris after receiving news of his wife's arrest. We know for a fact that before he escaped, he spread damning rumors about me. That's okay, the jury doesn't dislike us anymore, so that's something. The revolutionaries have a low opinion of us, but not horrible.
They invite. Aw. I don't want anything bad to happen to our son. I bet that's probably what's going to happen, though. Whoever this person is, what happens? What do people want? The aristocrats want an acquittal. Everyone else wants the guillotine, including the family. Holy crap, okay. Death penalty. An acquittal will just flat out... Ooh. Okay, well, the aristocrats are getting angry again. So, probably the death penalty is the way to go. The question is, what is your story, ma'am? Oh, okay, it's John Marie Rowland. Cool. Well then, I'm going to tell you guys the let me see. We got 9 questions to reveal. Do we have enough time for this? You know, I'll tell you what. Since this is pretty much the end of a perfect intrigue, I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys, and we will pick it up with the lady behind the lady with the power, with her trial here at the beginning of the next stream. Now, it's pretty much a formality that we're going to put her to death unless there's some sort of swerve that happens here. While the aristocrats would love to free her, I certainly don't want to free her. And that would pretty much be the end of the game. So at least we're going to get on good with the family, the revolutionaries, and the common folk. But now with the aristocrats introduced, we're going to have to do some juggling. And who knows what new mechanics are going to be added into the game as well. So I am looking forward to it. And I hope that you guys are as well. So, we will go ahead and pick it up next time. Thank you guys very much for watching. And thank you to everyone in chat who helped give me some advice and just talked about all kinds of different subjects. It's always awesome when the chat room is full. And, yeah, we will pick this up here on Wednesday. If you guys haven't followed the channel, please do so. I try and stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with random times in between, unless real life or work kind of get in the way. And if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. Chat, hang tight because we're going to be doing a raid here soon. And we will see you guys next time. Later days, everyone.